Hi again, first graders. We're on Knowledge 4, Lesson 8, Approaching the Great Pyramid. Our first vocabulary word is pyramid. Say pyramid. Pyramid is a structure with 4 triangular sides and a square base at the bottom. Our next word is treasure. Say treasure. Treasure is something that is valuable, special, or important. So today's story is going to be about a father and daughter's trip on the Nile. So we're going to listen carefully to find out why the pyramids were significant in ancient Egypt. Long ago, there was an Egyptian priest named Setna. He was in charge of one part of a giant temple to the gods in his city. Setna had a daughter named Owaro, whom he loved very much. When Owaro was old enough, her father took her on a boat trip to the Nile, to a place called Giza, so she could see the Great Pyramid there. They journeyed or traveled for many days as passengers on a large sailing ship. During the voyage, Setna explained to his daughter what the Great Pyramid was and why it had been built. He said, "We Egyptians say that far to the west lies a place called the Beautiful West. When someone dies, he or she has a chance to travel there. If they arrive safely, their spirit will be happy forever. For the god Osiris is king there and takes good care of everyone. But the journey to this peaceful place is dangerous and hard to make, and not everyone who tries to get there reaches it. So we pray to Osiris and ask his wife Isis and to their son, the falcon-headed god Horus. If they wish to do so, these three can help us reach the beautiful West with their powers, so we must make sure that they like us. The god Osiris will even let us bring any treasure we have with us when we go there. Pretty artwork, fine clothes, jewelry, or whatever we most enjoy in this life so that we may have an enjoyable afterlife." Well, many years ago, there was a pharaoh named Djoser. One night, Djoser dreamed that one of the gods told him to build a special place for Djoser's family and servants to put his body and treasures after he died. Now, Djoser had a friend working for him who he thought was the smartest man alive in those days. This friend's name was Imhotep. Imhotep was the greatest architect in Egypt. At this point, Setna's daughter, Owaro, interrupted. "Father, what is an architect?" An architect is a person who decides how a building should look and draws the plan the builders follow. Today in Egypt, our builders usually follow the same plans that Egyptian architects have used for thousands of years. But Imhotep was the one who first created many of those plans. He must have been the best architect ever. Pharaoh Djoser certainly thought so. He called Imhotep to the palace and told him about the dream. The pharaoh said, "Build me a building that reaches up toward the sky in honor of the gods. Make the middle of it an open space for me and for my treasures, for after I die. Make it special." So Imhotep built the first pyramid. The bottom of it is an enormous square stone. And then the 4 sides reach upward, leaning in toward one another until they meet at the top. The sides of the first pyramids are built as steps, making it easier to climb up the outside. Well, Djoser's pyramid was so wonderful that the pharaohs after him wanted pyramids too, but with smooth sides, not steps. Much later came another pharaoh called Khufu. Pharaoh Khufu wanted people to know what an important pharaoh he was, so he commanded his people to build him the biggest pyramid of all, known as the Great Pyramid. Setna and his daughter Owaro continued sailing for many days on their way to see the Great Pyramid of Giza, and were nearing the end of their long journey along the Nile River when suddenly Setna pointed up ahead and said, "Look, my dear Owaro, what do you see?" Owaro's eyes opened with great excitement. "Is that the top of the Great Pyramid, Father? Are we getting close?" "It is the top, but we are still a long way from it. We will not be there until tomorrow. It will start getting dark soon, so we will be stopping shortly. But it is so tall that we can begin to see it even from a far distance." The top of the pyramid shone brightly. "It is like the sun, Father." "That is because the top is covered in gold that the pharaoh ordered to be brought from his mines in a desert, and the sides are covered in smooth white stone. The pyramid shines in the sun. The whole top is gold? Yes. You see, Pharaoh Khufu wanted to show how powerful he was. He said, I am the greatest ruler on earth, and the god of the sun, Amun-Ra, is the greatest of the gods and the one who created the world. My pyramid will shine in the sunlight to honor him and to remind everyone that just as he created the world, I created this pyramid, and I am also great. I will be famous forever. Setna looked again at the shining peak. And all these years later, we are indeed standing here talking about Pharaoh Khufu. But now it's time for our boat to dock for the night. We will go into town over there, get some dinner, and then go to sleep. Because I am a priest at the temple of Karnak, we are invited to stay at the temple in this place. Come on then, you will see the Great Pyramid up close tomorrow. It's the most amazing building ever made. And they stepped off the boat onto the wooden dock at the shore. The end. You may go ahead and click on the Google form to answer the questions about today's read aloud.